Hello, my name is Abigail or Abby. I talk about book things on this channel, bookish things, things that I'm passionate about, and presently that has been going to independent bookstores. I was so blessed to be able to go to the New Romantics in Orlando, Florida. Was super excited to be able to go there. I went with my niece and I got her a book. I got myself some things, and I'm ready to show them, talk about the things that I got, and read the book in this video. The vibes in the New Romantics bookstore were immaculate. The colors, the way that they arranged their shelves, I was living for it. I also happened to be already following them on Instagram because I knew I was going to be in the area and I was looking for independent bookstores that I could visit. And I saw that they were having an author signing, and I was so happy when I got there and they were still having the author signing 2+ hours later. So grateful. So here is what I got. Starting off strong with the first book, this is Outplayed. I was lucky enough to go to the signing and I did get it signed and personalized. It says, "Welcome to Winchester University," and then it has her signature, which I thought was really awesome. And I love the color that she chose to sign in. I think that this, based off the premise that she was giving, also my nails like low-key match. Whoa. Oh, that's super cute. Love that. My nails match. It was meant to be. Based off of the premise that the author was telling us, it was kind of giving Maple Hill, the third book, Daydream, which is, I think it's Hannah and I'm not sure. Let me not lie. But it's giving that kind of vibe because you have the hockey player. I believe he's a hockey player. Yes, he's a hockey player. There's a hockey stick right there. Oh my God, Abigail. And she is super smart and she's going to tutor him. So it was definitely giving those vibes. I'm excited about it, even though I'm nervous that it will give the same vibes. But this is Outplayed by Mina Miles. So I'm excited to pick this up. And while I was there, like I said, I did get my niece a book. I don't necessarily know that Mina Miles lives in the Orlando area. This is fairly new. And I do believe that this is, yes, it's independently published. There is no publisher on here. So this is an independently published book, which is exactly what I aim to do. I wanted to go into a independently owned bookstore and pick up an independently published book. So goal achieved. And then the next thing that I did was my niece had mentioned that her friend read this book and really liked it, mentioned this book, and so I picked it up for myself and I grabbed it for her as well. I think this is also, if I'm not mistaken, this is also independently published, but it is not local to the area either. So I grabbed this one. This one is super short. I believe it's like less than 100 pages, so I could probably kill this in a night. Let me see. 106 pages. Oh wait, hold on. That's not true. It is 105. 105 pages. I could probably kill this in an afternoon or an evening. So I intend to pick this up, maybe not necessarily in this vlog, but for hopefully before I get to the other one so that I can at least tell you my thoughts on it. But if not, it is what it is. The next thing that I picked up, well, I'll show you that next. I grabbed a couple stickers. I grabbed, this one is, it says summer reading, and it's like a little flamingo float. Loved it so much. And then I also grabbed this sticker, which is their logo, the New Romantics. I loved this sticker, so I grabbed this one. So I got 2 stickers from this place, and I also got this bookmark, which says "Good girls read spicy books." I thought this was super cute, and it's got their logo here on the back as well. And then the final thing that I picked up, and the thing that I'm probably the most excited for aside from the books, like picking up merch, this was my favorite thing. I got the New Romantics t-shirt. So it's got like the little logo right here. And then it's got their whole, basically that sticker, but on a t-shirt. And I thought it was super cute. To recap, I grabbed 2 books and 2 stickers, 1 bookmark, which I have misplaced all of a sudden, and this t-shirt. And I'm really excited to give both of these books a go. I'm specifically excited about this one because I do want to, based on the information that the author gave me, I was getting strong daydream vibes. And I hope that it's not the same. In this blog, you can expect me to at least read this one, potentially also this one. The other thing that I did want to mention regarding this book is that the author said there was no third act breakup. So, okay, like, okay, I'm a little tired of a third act breakup. First update of this reading blog, and it's not even about the main book, it is about the novella. I read it in about an hour and 10 minutes today. It's only 105 pages, so it's really not that big of a deal. But I read it this morning. It was good. I liked it. 4 stars. If you're interested in seeing my full thoughts about this, I do have a reading blog coming out soon, all about monster romance.
Small things bug me, like typos, and so I fine, whatever. You missed a word, fine, whatever. There's a typo, misplaced comma, whatever. That doesn't bother me as much. But when you get an entire character's name wrong, that really bothers me. Yes, there is a character named Violet. However, this character was talking to Elena.
I am finally reading this book, so obviously that means I am allowed to wear the shirt. And I have some thoughts, and I don't think they're going to be 100% positive, so I'm going to really choose my words carefully as to not offend, as this is a indie published book. There are some books that are independently published that are finished. And what I mean by that is I feel like this could have been sent through an editor. Some of it, not all of it, some of it is a little clunky. There are like issues in the text where we're missing the quotation marks or a comma. And listen, this is not a deal breaker for me, because you'll find sometimes in traditionally published books that have been through more than one editor did not find the error. So while that doesn't bother me, there have been 2 things that really bothered me so far. One of which was the name that I showed you yesterday, and then I believe the next one I'm going to point out is, so spoiler alert, just a mild spoiler. It says right on the back that they're doing some fake dating, and it's also, so the plot of this book, okay, is that she is a tutor and he needs help, and there's fake dating, and it says right on the back, outplayed is a first person dual POV hockey romance with forced proximity, fake dating, and opposites attract. So we have fake dating element, fine. So during the fake dating, multiple reasons are given for the reason that they don't tell his parents or his mom or his family, and the reasons contradict each other, and that bothered me a little bit, so I marked it. Most of the rest of the things that I marked, I'm willing to let go of, because, like I said, missing quotation mark, fine, whatever. Missing comma, fine, whatever. There was another part where she used the word like instead of line, fine, whatever. But like, the more mistakes I find, I've stopped tabbing it at this point. The more mistakes I find, the more I'm like, this could have gone through an editor. Now, I'm not necessarily hating the story, and it does still remind me of the Maple Hills trilogy, but it's definitely standing on its own. So I'm just sitting here reading my book, trying to anyway. And she comes and she sits here. She's not really a snuggly girl, so I'm so happy she's snuggling. Oh, too much love into attention. Now she wants to leave. That is all she wrote. I have finished Outplay by Mina Miles. And I will say that going into this book, I had feelings that it could be quite similar to specifically the third one of the Maple Hills trilogy, Daydreamer. And it had similarities due to the fact that they both deal with hockey players and she's tutoring, and the other one was like an unofficial tutoring. And so I feel like I went into it with expectations that it would be similar, and so I was looking for those similarities, and I did find some, but in the end, it wasn't a deal breaker for me. I actually really find that I enjoyed this book once I got past the punctuation errors and like the small things like that. The big thing that I still didn't really love is like the name being incorrect. When it's all said and done, this is a strong 4-star book. My romances typically get between a 2.5 and a 4-star. So it's not really surprising that this ended up there. It's very rare that I will give a 5-star to a romance because most of the time when I enter a romance, I'm looking for a good, fun, forget it all type of time where I can read without thinking. I call these like a little bit of a brain break. I mean, honestly, because it's what they are. When I read a fantasy, I have to invest more of my time, more of my brain capacity. And so for this was a good, fun time. I read it, I started it Friday night, read a little bit of it, maybe 50 pages. And then I read about 130 the next day. And I read the last maybe 110 today. So all in all, I mean, 3 days, not too bad. I wish I would have not napped yesterday. I could have finished it. I get to have the bookmark that I got. I get to wear the shirt. I get to put this on my shelf. And I had already added this sticker that I got there to the back of my Kindle. I did get this one in purple to sort of go opposite of my shirt. Taking a look at this, I think that the best place to put this is probably going to be right here. However, I'm really sad to remove the ghost, so I might do a little bit of rearranging. Let's see what I can come up with. I might have to remove everything and start over. I think that's what I'll do. Give me just a moment. This is what I came up with. I'm not super in love with it, but it will do. I think obviously once we get more stickers going, we'll probably have to remove this one and like these three down here at the bottom and probably this one also. But for now, here is the new stamp on my Kindle Bookish independent bookstore passport. So that is it for my new Romantics Bookstore vlog and visiting and reading the books that came from it. I hope that you enjoyed this. I really love filming these videos. I really love visiting independent bookstores, getting to go into the bookstore, pick something out, pick a couple like things to take home and just like enjoy it. I really, really do find so much joy in like getting little stickers and like getting the shirts and getting the book. And I, so far, every book that I have has been signed. So I think that's some kind of win. We've got to count that for something. If you like this, go ahead and hit subscribe because I've got more where this came from. All right, I will see you in the next one. Bye.